Okay, let's continue our discussion on simply linked list. So as we have seen, these are the different operations that are going to be that can be performed on a simply linked list: creation of a node or a creation of the linked list, traversing a linked list, inserting a node onto a linked list, deleting a node from a linked list, copying a list to make a duplicate one, merging two lists, and searching for an element in the list. So this is how we create a node using malloc function. We allocate memory for a node. So the structure of the node is we are dealing with an integer linked list. So there will be a data member which can store an integer value, and there will be another pointer which is pointing to the same structure. So struct node star link means it can point to another node. And this is how we allocate memory. Here we say that you allocate memories which is equal to the size of struct node. So it will be allocating the amount of memory that is required for a particular node. And we have seen this also, traversing a singly linked list. Traversal means visiting each and every list, so each and every node in the list once, starting from the first node to the last one. So what we do is we initialize a pointer, and as of we increment or we reach a particular node, we print or we utilize the data item in that node. So once we utilize or once we print the data item, we say that pointer will be incremented. Pointer incrementation is done like using pointer equal to pointer ptr pointer link. That's how we increment. So once we reach a null pointer, which means that that is the end of the list. Next is inserting an element onto the list. We can think of inserting an element at the front of the list, or inserting an element at the back or at the last portion of the list, or it can be anywhere in the middle. First, we'll see insertion at the front. Consider a linked list with these three nodes. You have three nodes. First node contains an integer value 10, second node 20, and third node 30. And first node is pointing to the second node is pointing to the third, and third node is pointing to null. Means that there are only three nodes in the list. Next, we want to insert a new node, temp, at the beginning of this list. Meaning is that you need to insert the value, you need to insert this node 5 in the front of the list. So after insertion, it should contain 4 nodes, and the first node should contain a value 5, then 10, 20, and 30. This is how we insert a node at the front of the list. It's a very easy process. You just rearrange some of the pointers. Then previously the head pointer was pointing to the first node, which is 10. Now what we want is we want to rearrange the pointers. That is, we want to point head to 5, and the link portion of the point, this particular node, the new node, should be pointing to the previous first node. So temp pointer link equal to head. Head was pointing here, uh, the node with data 10. So temp pointer, this is my temp, and temp pointer link this, so this pointer is attached, and then head equal to temp. Now head is rearranged to this temp position, so it is correctly inserted the node temp, which has this value 5 in the first position. So there are now if you traverse the linked list, it will be starting from head. First it will visit 5, then 10, then 20, and then 30. Then we can say that if there is a null pointer, so that is the end of the list. So that's how we insert a node at the beginning of the list. So before inserting, we need to check whether memory allocated is correct or not. That is what this if statement does. If first we'll create a temp variable of the struct node type, then that is allocated with some amount of memory equal to size of struct node. If temp equal to null means that the memory allocation failed, so there is not enough memory available. Otherwise, you add the data item onto the temp, which was previously 5, and then these two pointers rearrangement. Temp pointer link equal to head and head equal to temp means it is just rearranging two pointers. This statement is for adding the data item, and these two statements are for rearranging the pointers. So this particular code is going to insert a new node with name temp as the first entry in the list, and this will be having this the first node will be having a data with value item. Now let's see insertion of a node at the end of the list, that is as the last node in the linked list. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to insert a node after this node, that is 30. So you can clearly say that the null pointer need to be replaced to point to this node. So there is no need to change any of these pointers. What we need to do is we need to remove this null and we need to point that to this node 40. So this is how it will look like after inserting, and of course this should be pointing to null. So for inserting an element onto the at the end of the list, there is no we don't have any pointer which is directly pointing to the last node. So what we need to do is we need to traverse the entire list till we reach the last node. So what we do is we initialize a pointer ptr. The pointer was first it will be pointing to the location where head is pointing. So ptr is equal to head. Initialize the ptr pointer. Then we'll traverse the entire list by using this increment method, that is ptr equal to ptr pointer link. So we'll be incrementing pointer in each of the iteration of this loop. Ptr pointer equal to null means we have reached the last node. So till that we will go. So now ptr is pointing to null. Ptr pointer link is null. Now what we'll do is ptr pointer link is pointing to temp. This is our new data that need to be inserted. Then temp dot data equal to item. Then 40 will be inserted there. And this null is already. So what we are doing here is we are just replacing this. We are not removing or we are not changing any of these pointers. We are just traversing through this. We'll initialize a pointer ptr, which will be initialized as the address where head is pointing to. Then at each iteration we will increment. The first iteration will increment ptr to this position. The next iteration will increment ptr to this position. In the next iteration, it will identify that ptr pointer link is equal to null, means that this is the last node in the present list. Now we need to add one more. So means that you change this ptr pointer link to point to the new node, that is temp. Now let's see insertion at any position in the list, insertion in between any two nodes. So let's say we would like to insert a new node after node 20. So we have these three nodes 10, 20 and 30. We would like to insert a node with value 25. Let's say we would like to insert it in between 20 and 30. So means that we need to rearrange a few pointers here also as well. There will not be any change for this pointer as well. There will be change for this pointer. This pointer, that is the second node, it should point to this, and the link field of this pointer should point to the value 30, so that this will be correctly inserted in between. Let's see the diagram first. So 10, 20, then the link is pointing to 25, then the link part of the 25 is pointing to 30, and this pointer will be removed. Once again, we'll initialize a pointer ptr as head pointer. So we need to traverse through the list here as well. but there is no need to traverse till the end of the list. We need to traverse till where we want to actually insert. So that is the condition written here. PTR pointer data not equal to key. Let's say we are going to search for a key value, and in this case it is 20. So PTR pointer data is not equal to key in this case, that is equal to 10 here. The key value what we are going to search is 20. So at this point it will be incremented, PTR will be incremented. In the next step, PTR pointer data is equal to key. Then it will come out of the loop and will correctly insert by rearranging these pointers. There is a situation where the search of the data item or was failed, like PTR pointer data is not equal to key for all the nodes. Then we say that the search is failed, means that you have reached the end of the list and we have not seen this node 20. So we cannot say we don't know where to insert the node. So we will come out of the function and say that the search is failed. So the algorithm is very simple. We will initialize a pointer PTR, which is pointing to the first node. Then we will check this data item, whether it is equal to the key or not. What we want to do is we want to insert after this key value. After the key value, and the key value presently the key value is 20. So after this node we want to insert. So at this position it is not equal to the key value, so it will increment. At this position it is equal to the key value, so you can rearrange the pointers here. Rearrangement of pointers is temp pointer link is equal to PTR pointer link. So temp pointer link is this pointer, this is pointing to PTR pointer link, that is 230. Now PTR pointer link, that is this one, is pointing to temp. So these two pointers are created. Once these two are created, this pointer is already removed. This is how we insert a node in between, or in this case after a particular node. Now let's see deletion of a node in a linked list. Deletion also can be thought of deleting from the first location, deleting from the last location, or deleting a node from any position, or according to some value or something like that. Let's consider a linked list with these three nodes. Delete a node from the beginning of the list. The first node of the list need to be removed. That is the idea here. It's a very simple procedure. You need to, in this case, you need to remove this node. That is the idea. So the node with data equal to 10, we have told that the first node need to be deleted. First node deletion can be done by just rearranging this pointer, head pointer. Head pointer should point to 20. Then this is already removed. So it's just a single statement, head pointer equal to this. We need to check this empty condition as well. If list is already empty, head will be pointing to null. Otherwise, you can change head to point to head pointer link. Head is pointing to here, head pointer link is pointing to here. So head is equal to head pointer link is this pointer is newly created. So it is like head is pointing here, the first node is 20. So it is correctly deleted the node with value 10 from the beginning. Deletion from the end also need to be done in a similar fashion like we have done in the case of insertion at the end. That is, we need to traverse through the list till we reach the end of the list. Here we use two pointers, one for utilizing one is a previous pointer, another one is a current pointer. So the current pointer is the pointer which we are going to check. For example, in this case, we are going to delete the node with value equal to 30. So we'll initialize both the pointers previous and current to be the first node, that is head. Then we'll increment current, we'll keep previous as it is. Then we'll check whether the current pointer is the last pointer or not. If the current pointer is the last pointer, then you set it as previous equal to null. Okay, so that's how we delete it. In this case, it is like previous equal to first step, previous equal to head, and current equal to head. And we check current current pointer link equal to null or not. That is whether there is only one value in the list or not, whether there is only one node in the list or not. If there is only one node in the list, we need to remove this and we need to set it as head is equal to null. Let's see the algorithm. We set current equal to head and previous equal to head, and we traverse through the list by using both these pointers. Current pointer link is not equal to null. We set it as previous equal to current and current equal to current pointer link. So always current will be pointing to one node and previous will be pointing to the previous node of the current node. So once we reach this command, that is current pointer link equal to null, we set it as previous pointer link equal to null. So the previous is pointing here. In the last step, for example, previous is pointing here, current is pointing here, and we reach the command, we reach the statement condition current pointer link equal to null. Means that this is my last node, this node to be removed, node with 30, that is to be removed. We set it as previous pointer null, link equal to null. Previous pointer link is presently pointing to this node. Now you just set it this is equal to null, means that you have only two nodes in the list, 10 and 20, and here it is null. Here this pointer is no longer existing, so means that you have deleted this node 30. So that is what written here. When current pointer link is not equal to null, you change previous and current pointer. You keep previous as current and current as the incremented value. When you have reached this, you say that this is your last pointer, last node. You delete it by just setting this pointer previous pointer link as null. Let's say we want to delete a node in the middle of the list. For example, let's consider a linked list with 4 nodes, 10, 20, 30, and 40, and 40 is pointing to null presently. How we do is we would like to delete a node 30 from the middle of the list. Here also we need to keep track of two pointers, that is previous and current. So what we have is a previous pointer and a current pointer. Then we'll increment current pointer and we check for this data item whether it is equal to 30 or not. Whenever we reach this, for example, the last step, it will reach like this. Previous will be pointing to 20 and current will be pointing to 30. So what we'll do is the current pointer that is pointing to this node, that is what we would like to delete. So we check whether current pointer data equal to the value which we are deleting. Yes, it is equal to the value we are deleting. It is equal to 30. Then what we do is we set the pointer previous pointer link to be pointing to current pointer link. So previous pointer link was it was pointing to 30 previously. Now it is pointing to 40. So the resultant will be the resultant pointer that will be created is this, that is 20 is now pointing to 40. So after deleting, the head is pointing to 10, 10 is pointing to 20, and 20 is pointing to 40. This node is removed. This is the algorithm. When current pointer link is not equal to null and current pointer data is not equal to key, you increment current and you reset your previous. This command was previously seen. So previous equal to current and current equal to incremented current pointer link. Now if we have reached the last statement, that is it is not possible to delete, means that the key that you are going to search for is not present in your linked list. That is the meaning of this. Otherwise you set it as previous pointer link is equal to current pointer link. Previous is pointing to 20, current is pointing to 30. So previous pointer link is this pointer, current pointer link is this pointer. So previous pointer link is now pointing to current pointer link. So that is 20 is pointing to 30, sorry 40. That is the algorithm. So that's how we delete an element in the middle of the list. So in order to delete an element from the middle of the list also, we need to traverse through the list till that data item. In order to delete the element from the last from the last of the delete the last node from the list, you need to traverse through the entire list till the last element. So both are going to take order of n time complexity. But deleting an element from the first from the beginning of the list, it will take only order of 1 time complexity. Next, we'll look at merging two linked lists. Merging, how we can merge two linked lists. Merging is actually very easy compared to implementation of the same thing using arrays. Two linked lists L1 and L2. What we do is we want to attach L2 to L1. That's it. So what we have presently is we have two pointers. One is head 1, the second is head 2. Head 1 is the uh, first linked list, which has two data item 10 and 20, and first data item is pointing to 20 and 20 is pointing to null. Head 2 also has two data items 10 and 20. 10 is pointing to 20 and 20 is pointing to null. Now what we want is this 10 should be after this 20, so that this head 2 will be removed, and we want to create a new name to this. So that's how we merge two linked list. You just need to reset this pointer. Previously this pointer next this L1's this next pointer was pointing to null. Now you reset this pointer to point to head 2. That's it. That is the algorithm. Head is a pointer of the merged linked list, and head 1 is the first linked list, head 2 is the second linked list. We'll initialize a pointer ptr which is equal to head 1, and we need to traverse through the first list till we reach the end of the list. We don't have any direct link, direct pointer attached to this. So just by I have told that you need to just change this pointer, but in order to change this pointer, you need to traverse through this list. You have only access to head 1 and head 2. That's it. So head 1, you start with head 1, then you traverse through the list. Once you reach null, you know that it is the end of the first list. So the pointer that is pointing to the null value here need to be attached here. So that is what it is written in the algorithm. PTR pointer link is not equal to null means head 1 or the first list is reached its last node. So it will come out of the loop and it will say PTR pointer link equal to head 2. PTR pointer head 2 is, sorry, PTR pointer link is this pointer point to head 2 where head 2 is pointing. So it has just changed, that pointer. Previously it was pointing to null, now it is pointing to head 2. Now you create a new value to this linked list, that is head equal to head 1. Now you can utilize head 1 as it is, or you can return the new we don't want to reuse this, that may be or you can utilize head 1 as it is, or uh, that's also possible. But in this algorithm we create a new pointer which is pointing to the first node in the first list again, which is head 1, and return that head. That's it. So that's how we merge two linked lists. Merging is actually attaching the second list after the first list. That's it. So in order to attach that, you need to traverse through the first list, then the link part of the last node of the first list need to be attached to the second list first node. That's it. Let's say we want to copy the content of one list to another. In that case, uh, we have let's say we have this list first, which is pointing which has two data element, which has two nodes. One is a first node having data 10 and second node has having 20. What we want to create in memory is a duplicate copy of the same thing with a new name given to the list head 1. What we do is we create a pointer which is pointing to head. We initialize a pointer ptr which is pointing to the location where head is pointing, and we read this value. Once we read that, we create a new node and push that value using another pointer ptr1. Then you read the second value, push that values using the new pointer ptr1. You may try to write its algorithm. The algorithm can be written like this. You initialize a pointer ptr to head, Then using that pointer, you need to write a while loop. While ptr pointer link not equal to null means that till the end of this list, you need to traverse through this list. While traversing, the first node need to be read. You read the value, something like data equal to ptr pointer data, and create a new node. Temp equal to, you allocate memory. Temp equal to typecast struct node star, then malloc size of node. Then you attach that to using a pointer ptr1. So ptr1 pointer, that equal temp equal to, sorry, temp pointer data equal to this data which is read from here. And head 1 is also pointing to temp. Initially there is only one node, and this temp pointer link is null. Now we attach a ptr pointer ptr1 equal to head, initialize again initialization like the first pointer ptr. Then you once you read the second part, you create new node, and you say that ptr1 pointer link equal to the new temp created, and so on. You continue in that fashion till the end of the first list. So what will happen is it will create an exact copy of the same linked list in the memory. You can utilize the same linked list using uh, another variable head one. So in memory, it will be a separate copy of the list given in using head. You will be having another copy, head one. So that's about different operations that can be performed on the linked list. Once again, the operations that can be performed on the linked list can be summarized as creation of the linked list. Creation of the linked list is can be thought of creation of the node itself. What you need to do is you need to dynamically allocate memory for each node, and once you have created the first node, you can create the second node. Then traversing through the list, traversal or go to the first node in the from the middle of the list. Then what we have seen was, then what we have seen was sorry then what we have seen was merging of two linked lists and copying a linked list to create a duplicate of the original one. So in order to overcome some of the difficulties with singly linked list, it's proposed to use something known as circular linked list. The idea is very simple. In a singly linked list, the link field of the last node, previously it was pointing to null. Now we attach that pointer to the first node in the linked list. So then the pointer from the last node is taken, and that you set it as the set it to point to the head node. That's it. So using that, you can have a number of advantages. A linked list with last node points to the header node is called a circular linked list. So it will look like this. Previously, for example, in this case, we had 5 nodes, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. In a single linked list, this node will be pointing to null. to denote that it is equal to it is the end of the list. Now it is rearranged to point to the head node. That is called a circular linked list. So in order to search for an search for an element in a circular linked list, the last condition that need to be checked is pointer PTR pointer link actually. Sorry, yeah, no, sorry, PTR is pointing to head or not. Yeah. So PTR pointer PTR not equal to head, then you can increment your pointer. Once you reach the statement where PTR equal to head, that means that you have reached the end of the list. So previously this condition was checking whether you have reached a null pointer or not. Now we are checking the condition using whether you have reached the head again or not. That's how we search in a circular linked list. In order to merge two circular linked lists also it is very similar, and insertion and deletion also it is almost very similar. Only thing is that you need to understand that previously in a single linked list the last node was pointing to null or the an invalid address or address 0. Now it is pointing to the location where the head is pointing, or the location of the first node. So in order to merge two circular linked lists, previously you use two pointers PTR1 and PTR2. You set it as head1 equal to PTR2 and head2 equal to PTR1. Then the two linked list, circular linked lists can be merged. Let's quickly look at the advantages of a circular linked list as well. Accessibility of a member node. Here every member node can be accessed from any other node using a circular linked list. That is in the previous case, that is in the case of a singly linked list, if you have passed a node you cannot go back and look into the node again. So an earlier occurrence of the data is difficult in the case of, or it's not possible in the case of a singly linked list. But in the case of circular linked list, you can come back to that node again, again and again, and that's one advantage in the case of circular linked list. So every member is accessible from every other member, but in a singly linked list, you have only one direction access, that is from left to right you go, and once you reach the end of the list, you are done. And another advantage is that the null link problem, null value in the next field may create problem during execution of the program if proper care is not taken. But in this case, the invalid address, that is the null pointer, is removed. So you no longer have that difficulty. But if you write a program that takes proper care of the null pointers, then that issue will not be there in the case of singly linked list as well. And some of the operations are very easy to implement in the case of circular linked list, like merging, splitting two lists, deletion, removal of an entire list, etc. can be done very easily with a circular linked list. So for example, removal of splitting a list into two parts can be done very easily in the case of circular linked list. The program shows concatenation of two circular linked lists. Sorry, the diagram shows the concatenation of two circular linked lists. A simple disadvantage of a circular linked list is that if a programmer is not properly carrying the uh, pointers, or properly not uh, writing the what you known as the termination conditions in a loop, the program system may get trapped into an infinite loop. It occurs when we are unable to detect the end of the list while moving from one node to the next node. So always it is required to keep the head pointer uh, and use a separate pointer for traversal. For example, If you are using the head pointer itself, it's always possible to use the head pointer itself to traverse. But if you are using that, then it will be difficult to detect the end of the list, and the system may get trapped into an infinite loop. Or the another a simple solution to this is a special node can be maintained with data part as null, instead of keeping the pointer part as null. You can keep a special node in which some invalid data member can be kept, but that is going to consume extra memory in case and that is a wastage of memory space in our implementation. But if the programmer is properly carrying the pointer movements and traversals, then that will not be a big disadvantage in the case of circular linked list. So far we have seen singly linked list. It's singly linked list is a linear data structure in which we have uh, elements known as nodes connected in a linear fashion by using pointers. Means that the first node is pointing to the second node is pointing to third node, etc. Each of the node is having members like its data members and an additional member, namely a pointer to the another node. So usually we keep it like first node is pointing to the second node is pointing to the third node, and so on, and the last node will be pointing to null. In the case of circular linked list, the last node also will be pointing, instead of pointing to null, it will be pointing to the first node. So that's about singly linked list.